Alright, come to the example 1 here, guys. You see, you have a y equals to the x minus 2, multiply x minus 3, multiply x plus 1. So, first step, okay, you all need to determine like, what is the shape that you have. So, how do you know that whether this one is a positive cubic or negative cubic? You can see, you have an x, multiply x, right? So, now you form an s cube again. So here you have a positive or negative left. So firstly, I will say, I have a positive cubic curve. Okay? Firstly, I have a positive cubic curve. Alright? So because you have an x times x times x, so confirm is a positive one. Second thing, alright, find your x-intercept, isn't it? So you need to let your y equal to 0. So for the equation that you have, when your y equals 0, what do you have? Then you have x minus 2, multiply x minus 3, multiply x plus 1 equals 0 already. So now, what is the x value do you have? Okay, you can just let one by one, x minus 2 equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0. So one by one, you have what? You have x equals to 2, x equals to 3, and the x equals to negative 1. You all will have a 3 x-intercept. Okay, hang on. So you know how I write this thing? Yeah, Zoe, yeah, Natasha and Henry, understand here? Okay, because here to here I jump a bit already. Okay, Natasha, you know how to find that? Okay. Okay. All right, so second step, you see you have an x-intercept already. So the next one, the third one is what? Okay, you find your y-intercept, right? You let your x equal to 0. So your y equals to what? Your y equals to the 0 minus 2, multiply 0 minus 3, multiply 0 plus 1. So you have what? You have a y equals to negative 2 times negative 3 times 1. So you have a y equals to what? You have a 6 here. Okay, so after you have all the information here, so the last thing that you guys will do, right, is basically, okay, so Henry, this one you can apply it in your add maths also one. So add maths and the maths will be the same thing one. So you can see now guys, you can just label down everything. So you can see you have a x equals to 2, 3, negative 1. Label them down first. Make sure guys, when you all put the value in, you all put at the correct place. You don't say that you have a negative 1 and then you tell me that, oh, Joe, I have a negative 1 here. And then my 2 will be here and the 3 will be here also. Wrong. Negative should be where? Negative should be at the left hand side. So we have a negative 1 here. And then you have a 2 here and you have a 3 here. Okay? And then one more thing is what? You have your y-intercept is a 6, isn't it? So you can just label down also. I have my y-intercept 6 here. Okay? So now guys, from here you can see all the intercept here you have already one. How are you going to sketch your graph? So you know that you have a positive curve, and positive cubic is an upward slope. Okay? Positive cubic is an upward slope. So now I know that I need to start from here. So you can see you go up, you pass through your first x-intercept. Okay? And then you continue to go up, pass through your y-intercept. You are going to U-turn. You pass through your second x-intercept. U-turn again. You pass through your third x-intercept. So this is the graph pattern that you all have. Okay? This is the graph pattern that you have. So done already. So this is a shape. You can see it's the upper one. Okay? So when you guys are sketching the graph, you don't need to go and care about when are you going to turn. Okay? Don't care. You just sketch it. As long as the shape is correct, the value is correct, okay, done. You will have all the marks ready. So there's a reason why I'll ask you guys to go and memorize all these things. The shape, the x-intercept, the y-intercept, this thing. Okay? So there's a thing I want you guys to take notes. All right? So, okay, can you understand here? All good? Yeah? Okay, so we can. All right, so Natasha, understand this one? Henry should be all good? Okay, nice. Okay, like guys, let's come to the example 2 here. All right, so example 2 here. So this one is a different stuff here. So, but it's the same concept here, So, like first step, what's the first step you should do? Same thing. You need to go and determine whether this graph you have a positive graph or negative graph. Okay, so like, so what do you think? Do you have a positive graph or negative graph? Negative, yes, correct. So you can see, you have a x times x times x. You don't just see this thing only, So in front you have a negative in front, right? Correct. So I know that this one I have a negative graph. Okay. So second step, what do you have? So same thing. I'm going to let my y equal to 0 to go and find out what's my x-intercept first. So you have what? You have a negative x minus 4. Multiply x plus 1 multiply x plus 3 equal to 0. So guys, how you all find this thing? So a lot of students will be confused by the negative in front. Okay, a lot of students, they will be confused by the negative in front, but I will say that you no need to confuse. Try to imagine if you move the negative to right hand side, you get what? You say it's 0. So basically it's the same thing where you have a x minus 4 multiply x plus 1 multiply x plus 3 equal to 0, isn't it? So you have what here? You have x equals to 4, x equals to negative 1, x equals to negative 3. Okay, so this thing you have on. So because negative, when you move to right hand side, basically it's the same thing one. Okay, so it doesn't matter one. Okay, it doesn't matter one. That's the thing. Okay, so now you can see for the third step will be what? Finding your y-intercept, right? So for the third step, so same thing here. I'm going to let my x equal to 0. So you have a y equals to what? Y equals to negative 0 minus 4. Okay, then you multiply 0 plus 1, 0 plus 3. So what's the value you have? So you have a y equals to negative, multiply negative 4, multiply 1, multiply 3. So you get a y is equal to 12. Okay, so here the negative gone already. So you left a 12 on here. Okay, so same thing after you have all the information, right? So we just input them into the graph that you have first. Okay, just input everything into the graph that you have first. So you have a negative 3, you have a negative 1, and then you have a 4, you have a 12 as your y-intercept. Okay, so now you have a negative cubic curve. Negative cubic case, you guys can put down this. Okay, so now you have a negative cubic curve, right? So for negative cubic curve, how do you do that? Negative cubic curve, you can see, all right, the graph that we have, right, is a downward one. So you know that you need to start from here. Okay, so the graph you have, right, you go down, pass through your first x-intercept, you U-turn, pass through your second x-intercept, you go up again, go and find your y-intercept, pass through already, right? And then you just come down here, Victoria. So you come down, then you U-turn, okay? You pass through your y-intercept first. Okay. So like this, pass through y-intercept, and then you just come down from here. Okay, so this is the graph you have. But so don't draw until very round like that, Okay, just now that draw is the wrong thing. Okay, so something like this, okay, is better. So don't draw until so circle, so you don't draw like this and then come down again. Okay, so cannot. That's the wrong thing. Okay, you cannot just draw like this, Okay, and you make sure that the graph that you draw, right, you pass through all the intercept that you write, and long, this one you can do, okay, last time, Okay, so a lot of students also have the same mistake here. Is like when they label here is the y-intercept, they go and pass through here and then they turn already. You get what I mean? So you need to go and make sure that the graph that you have, right, you're passing through the correct point. When you write here is a 12, then you make sure that you pass through 12. Okay? That's it.